Hey guys, and welcome back to the Peteytown Piranhas, a college football 26 team builder dynasty. In this episode, we're going to be finishing off the regular season with an incredibly tough stretch as we have to travel to Ohio Stadium to take on the Buckeyes. Then we're going to host Tennessee. Then we got to travel to Texas. So, a lot going on in this episode, and let's get into it by looking at the conference standings. Heading into this final stretch, the Piranhas control their own destiny at the moment, so if we're able to win out, we will be in the SEC championship, but the alternative I don't even want to think about at the moment, but really that's all we want to focus on right now as we're tied with Texas for that spot in the SEC championship game. Some recruiting news before we head into our game against Ohio State. Ty Kendricks we're still in first place for, but I can't imagine it'll be for much longer as Georgia has forced a recruiting battle here. We're hoping to use our Week 12 visit on Don Rich to help us jump ahead of these teams, but Miami is a little sneaky and got a Week 13 visit for him, so that's going to make this one even harder. In brighter news, we are in first place for Dan Gentry, and we have his hard sell. For 3-star gem tight end Devin Eagles, Florida is behind us, and they're trying to catch us with their Tier 5 pipeline. We're trying to combat that with having his hard sell. And taking a look at what he brings to the table, he's got 85 speed and 81 acceleration. Also got 81 catching traffic, which we like. The Peteytown Piranhas are going to be taking their talents to Columbus, Ohio to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes in another game of the week this season. They come in with a record of 6-3, but they are a 99 overall team, so it'll be a battle of the 99 overalls in this one. Defense gets a quick 3-and-out on Ohio State to start this one, and the offense is out here for the first time. Byron Talib throwing in Nick Marler nicely for the first down. 3rd down and 3 for the Peteytown Piranhas. And Byron is throwing it quickly on an under route, and Nick Rabe is going to make the catch. On the bubble, it's going to be Dwayne Mentor getting around them, and he's going to get it inside their red zone. Byron Talib has pressure coming in, and they're going to bring him down for a 7-yard sack. Just good coverage, I guess, for Ohio State, and Byron Talib just didn't like what he was seeing out there. 3rd and 11 for the Peteytown Piranhas as they got knocked out of the red zone on that sack. Byron Talib is going to drop back. And throwing it over the middle, it's going to be caught by Keyshawn Jasso, just a short gain. 34-yard kick for Josh Grudadaria, and he is going to put this one up, and it sails through, so the Peteytown Piranhas on their first possession are going to get some points on the board, as we're going to lead 3-0. Read option, their quarterback just reads it beautifully as he runs up the middle and gets a nice big gain of 19 yards. He's throwing it outside, and it's going to be intercepted by the Piranhas, but there is a flag on the play, and it will be on Jadarius Fattencoon, who got that interception. He's going to be called for pass interference. Run to the outside, and it's going to be brought down by Trey Rizzo for a 5-yard loss. 3rd down and 15 for the Buckeyes, and we are going to send 5 on this occasion. And he's backing up, throwing outside, and it's going to be knocked away nicely. To the outside off the bubble screen, it's going to be Dwayne Mentor making the catch. Theo Storm getting the carry. He gets a nice block in the second level to spring him for 9 yards. Bubble screen blocked just well enough for Dwayne Mentor. Stretch for Elijah Addison. He gets the block on the edge and tries a spin move, but it's going to be marked just short of the first down. 3rd and inches for the Piranhas. And we are going to send Andre DiMukeji in motion. Nick Marler is going to be open on the side, and we love that little RPO play in these situations, and it works for us again. Thrown to the outside to an open Dwayne Mentor. He had a block, but the guy fought off the block to make that key tackle. Byron Talib throwing out to Nick Marler. He's got the space he needs, and Nick Marler is going to get into the end zone for the Peteytown Piranhas. Nice execution on that drive from the Peteytown Piranhas, and we're going to go up 10-0. 3rd and 4 for Ohio State, and they are going to drop back. And he's going to try to throw it outside the hash, and he's going to get the completion. Read option is going to go nowhere, as we read it beautifully, for a 2-yard loss. To the outside, and is going to be caught on the sideline. Nice concentration from their receiver. Over the middle, his man is open on a hitch route, and he reaches for it and gets the first down. Off the RPO bubble, they faked the stretch and got us out of position there, and that was a well-executed play by the Buckeyes. Throwing this one, and it's a wide-open man as he just found the soft spot. 3rd down and 5 inside our 10-yard line are the Buckeyes. They drop back to throw. He's going to find an open man. He gets around Carlos Sexton and scoots into the end zone. And the Ohio State Buckeyes are going to draw closer as they are down 10-7. Byron Talib throwing the post off the RPO to Dwayne Mentor for the first down. Nick Marler gets around their man. We get a block downfield, and Nick Marler is around that one as well as he gets it all the way to their 40-yard line. Off the bubble, it's well blocked for Dwayne Mentor, and he is going to get taken down, but not before he gets the first down. Just outside their red zone, it's 3rd down and 6 for the Piranhas. Byron Talib changing up the play a little bit, and he is going to back up. They're sending a big blitz. Byron's going to throw it to the end zone, and it is knocked away on just absolutely brilliant coverage. Josh Grudedaria attempting a 40-yard field goal here, and he is going to put up the kick, and it is good as the Peteytown Piranhas are going to make it a touchdown deficit again, as it's 6-point deficit for Ohio State as it's 13-7. Up the middle goes their running back, and after we've knocked him backwards a few times, he gets a nice run there. Read option, and this time we're sending a blitz with Carlos Sexton to bring him down. Throwing it to the outside, he drops the ball. He had a lot of space to run there. He just dropped it. 3rd down and 15 after that fortunate drop. And he is going to try and pull one here. He's got a guy open. He gets hit by Zach Fowler, but he had just enough for the first down. Throwing it outside. He's going to make the catch this time as he's going to get 9 yards. Read option. This time we're not prepared for it, and he's going to run around our defenders, stiff arm Carlos Sexton, and he's going to get it all the way to the 35. Just under a minute left, 3rd down and 10 for Ohio State. They're dropping back, throwing it over the middle, and he's going to put it right in the perfect spot to get his receiver the reception. Just under 30 seconds left in the half. Ohio State's got 1 timeout remaining, and he's dropping back. He's throwing it outside, and it's going to be a catch. Ohio State hurrying to the line. It's 3rd down and 1 as the clock ticks down. And they are going to go with a throw, and he's throwing it on the run, and his man is wide open in the end zone, and Ohio State is going to take the lead right before the end of the half. 3rd down and 4 for the Piranhas. Byron Talib is going to drop back. He's going to throw it over the middle. Dwayne Mentor makes the catch and snakes through the defense to get to the 40. 3rd down and 3 for the Piranhas near midfield. Byron Talib is going to drop back and throw a slant, and it's caught by Nick Rabe. Inside their 40-yard line, it's 3rd down and 8 for the Piranhas. Byron Talib dropping back. He's going to fire one, and it is going to be intercepted. He was trying to force it to Dwayne Mentor, and their guy just stepped in front of the pass to pick it off, and Ohio State is going to take over. Very nice stand by the defense after the Byron Talib interception, so back around midfield here. Nick Marler is getting the catch, but being brought down. Over the middle, we're going to get Dwayne Mentor. He gets a block out there, and he's going to get it to the 36-yard line. Nick Marler is going to get it. He's going to get to the outside, and he's going to get another first down. 3rd down and 5 for the Peteytown Piranhas. Byron Talib throwing the slant, and it's going to stick to the hands of Andre Dimukeji. We're going to throw to Nick Marler, and we love that crosser in here in the red zone, and he's going to make him pay with it as Nick Marler is in the end zone again for the Piranhas. And we'll see. I would hope we're going to go for 2 here, but let's see what Petey Previtt decides to do. It will be a 2-point attempt for the Peteytown Piranhas to try to go up by the full 7 here. And Byron Talib is dropping back, throwing it outside, and it's going to be a broken tackle by Elijah Addison. That's going to allow us to get in for that 2-point conversion. Nice effort by him. Throwing it over the middle, he's going to get past our guys now and really get downfield as he's past the 50-yard line. Stretch for Ohio State, and Sean Leonhardt comes in with a huge hit. And we are going to get in for the sack as he comes in from behind. That's Lee Pasagnan making the huge play there for our defense. 3rd down and 19 for the Buckeyes. They were past our 50, but a couple of plays behind the line pushed them back to the other side. He's going to dump it off to his man. He breaks a tackle, but Jaden Morrison takes him down, and he had the space he needed for the 1st down, so big tackle from Jaden. Stretch for Theo Storm. We get the blocks on the edge. He gets around it, and Theo Storm is running down the sideline. He's going to get it all the way to the 31-yard line. Just beautiful blocking there by the Piranhas. 3rd down and 10 for the Piranhas. On the 31-yard line, Byron Talib looking for something. Throws it into some traffic to Ahmad Noel, but it's 4th and inches. Petey Previtt's going to elect to make it a 2-possession game as he trots out Josh Rudadaria. And he is going to put up this kick, and it is through again for the freshman, so very impressive by him. Just looking calm and composed in this hostile environment, making field goals for us. And it's going to be 24-14 for the Peteytown Piranhas. 3rd down and 10 for the Buckeyes. Big play here. And he is going to drop back. We send our 4, and he's going to throw one, and it is knocked away by Sean Leonhardt. Excellent coverage. Under 6 minutes left in this game. It's going to be a 4th down attempt here for Ohio State. And he's throwing a dart, and he's going to hit his man on a little a dagger route, I guess you could say. He's going to get it into our territory. Run for the running back is not going to work as Zach Fowler gets him behind the line again. We've just been consistently getting their back behind the line in this game. 3rd down and 14. Dropping back to throw. And he's going to float one outside the numbers, and it's almost intercepted by Pat Missouri. 4th down and 14, another 4th down attempt here for Ohio State on this drive. He's dropping back, got a clean pocket, throws one into the dirt, and the Peteytown Piranhas are going to turn him over on downs. Outside on the bubble, a lot of space for Dwayne Mentor to work, and he's going to work it to their side of the 50. 3rd down and 7 for the Piranhas, just under 3 minutes left in this one. Byron Talib is going to throw one, and it is going to be Dwayne Mentor making the huge catch to get it into their red zone. And Ohio State's got to use another timeout as they've used up all of their timeouts at this point. Nick Marler is going to be left a lot of space over here, and he is reaching out, and he's going to get the 1st down. Elijah Addison taking it up the middle and gets it to their 2-yard line as we hit the 2-minute warning. 3rd and goal for the Piranhas. Theo Storm is going to take this one, and he is going to get to the 1. Josh Rudadaria out here for a field goal attempt, and he is going to put up the kick. And it's going to be his first miss, as that's just a tough play from the hash mark there. And Ohio State's going to take over. But, you know, with the time being what it was, we couldn't exactly run out the clock. So that's just where the result took us on that drive, unfortunately. He's going to hit his man again, and it's going to be another 1st down for Ohio State. Over the middle, he's going to find his man as we were sending a blitz, and that left some open space for them to work with. Ohio State's worked it into our territory, but they're on a 3rd and 10 as we're going to come in there, and Derek Burr is going to get our 3rd sack of the ball game. 4th down and 19, last chance here really. He's going to throw a deep ball, and it is going to be knocked away by Andy Wilkins, and we are going to be able to kneel on this one as we're going to take the 24-14 victory against the Ohio State Buckeyes in Ohio Stadium. Just a tremendous effort from the Piranhas in in this one. The offense doing what they needed to do, and the defense doing what they needed to do, really. Just well executed by both sides of the ball, and really good in the running game, especially on defense. So very nice, and very happy with how the Piranhas conducted themselves in this game. I think I kind of understated our defensive performance in this game, as we were able to shut them out in the second half. That allowed us to take this victory. But for the rest of the stats, we had 392 yards to their 297, and we had 80 rushing yards to their 37. Passing, we outplayed them there with 312 yards to their 260, and we were 7 of 12 on third down to their 7 of 14. And we had the only turnover in the ball game, but our defense was able to cover that up nicely. Byron Talib, I think, composed himself very well despite that interception, with 312 yards and 2 touchdowns. And on the interception, that defender really kind of ran the route for us, so got to also give credit to them where it's due. And he also was sacked twice. Theo Storm was solid with 10 carries for 58 yards. A couple of really big standouts in the receiving game, with Dwayne Mentor getting 10 for 133, and Nick Marler 12, 113, and 2 touchdowns. Sean Leonhardt was making a bunch of tackles for us, as he had 10 on the ball game. 3 sacks in this one for the Piranhas, as Carlos Sexton, Derek Burr, and Lee Pisagnan each got 1. And Josh Grudadaria hit 3 of his 4 field goal attempts with a long of 40, and despite that miss, I thought he'd played really well, especially like I mentioned during the game, just being in that tough, raucous crowd and being able to calmly hit those 3 field goals for us was really big. At this point, it looks like Ty Kendricks, with this recruiting battle with Georgia, is kind of stuck in the glitch that sometimes happens in these situations, so we'll see if that fixes itself or what happens in the future with him. Important visit week here for Don Rich, as he's coming to see us against Tennessee, and we're currently in 4th place for him. Another guy on the visit train this week will be Jem Emmanuel Agood, as we're currently in 2nd behind Florida State, so hopefully we can use this to get an edge over them. Tennessee has arrived at the Piranha Tank with their 92 overall and 8-2 record, and yet again another game of the week for the Peteytown Piranhas, so hopefully we can take it to Tennessee. Defense gets the 3 and out to start the ball game, and our offense is out here. Byron Talib looking for something. Over the middle, he's got our man Elijah Addison, who spins away from some defenders to get to the 36. And Byron Talib's hitting Dwayne Mentor on the slant, and he turns upfield to get it to the red zone. 3rd down and 3 for the Piranhas. Byron Talib dropping back, and he's scrambling to the left, but they hit him as he tried to throw that one into the end zone. Feeling frisky on our first possession on 4th and 3. Byron Talib dropping back, throwing over the middle. He had some other guys open, but went with the covered one instead. And throwing to the outside, he got an open receiver, and he's going to charge forward for the 1st down. Throwing to the outside, and he's going to get wrecked, but he's also going to hang on to the ball. Throwing an immediate RPO, and he's going to make the catch and get it to the 40. Play action over the middle. He gets past our zones and gets a 1st down. 3rd down and 5 for the Volunteers from the 25-yard line. We send a blitz. Doesn't get home. Mafu Lee is going to make the tackle, but they spot him on the 1st down. And they are going to throw a nice little post in there to get it to the 7. Hand off to the running back, and he sprints his way through for the touchdown, and Tennessee is going to get on the board first. We drove all the way down and couldn't get anything, and Tennessee returned the favor by putting this one into the end zone and getting it up to 7-0. After Tennessee's touchdown, they got a 3 and out on us, so they're back on offense on a 2nd down, doing some play action. And he's got all day to throw the ball, and he's just going to scramble up the middle and slide down before the 1st down. 3rd and 1, they're going to go with the QB sneak, and he's going to get it. 3rd down and 8 for the Volunteers on our side of the 50. And they are going to drop back. They're going to try a screen out to their back. He tries to cut up, but we're there with 2 guys to bring him down. Tennessee going with a 57-yard field goal attempt, and he's going to put this one up. And it is good, so the Tennessee Volunteers are going to go up 10-0 against us at the Piranha Tank. Nick Marler is going to make this catch and get a block downfield, and he's going to get sprung to the 31-yard line. And Byron Talib holds this one to the last second and throws it to Nick Marler for 9 yards. Bubble screen, and it's going to work out for Nick Marler again as he has another catch on this drive. Byron Talib throwing over the middle to a wide open Dwayne Mentor on the hitch route, and he gets it to their 40. Nick Marler making another catch, and he's going to, oh, that's Trevor Rotto, excuse me, as he's going to run down the sideline to get to the 25. 3rd down and 10. Byron Talib, he's going to try a deep ball here, and it is going to be underthrown as we had our man in the open in the corner. Josh Rudadaria is going to come out for a field goal attempt. He's going to put this one up, and he slices it through, so the Peteytown Piranhas make it a touchdown deficit, as it's going to be 10-3 for Tennessee. Big blitz from the Piranhas is going to backfire as they hit their man over the middle. And he gets hit as he throws, but he still manages to complete it to his man, and they're going to give him the 1st down. 3rd down and 2 for Tennessee, bunch to the left of this formation. And they're going to drop back, throw it out to their back, and that's going to work out perfectly as Carlos Sexton brings him down, and they're going to have to punt this one away. Out to Nick Marler. They cover it, but he's going to force his way through for a 3rd and inches. 3rd down and inches for the Piranhas. Heavy I formation. It's going to be a handoff, and Elijah Addison just has no room to run as Tennessee was all over it. 3rd down and 7. Tennessee looking over the middle. Their man is going to catch it, and despite a big hit from Carlos Sexton, hang on to it. Trying to throw this one outside, and he is going to make the catch for the 1st down. Throwing it to the outside. They're going to make the catch in front of Jadarius Spatten-Coon. Outside again, their receiver is open. He makes a spin, and Sean Leonhardt has to drag him down before he gets into the end zone. Big blitz from the Piranhas is going to work out nicely as we get the sack from Charlie Cahill and friends. Tennessee lets the time wind all the way down, and they're going to take their timeout to set up their field goal attempt. 29-yard attempt from the hash for Tennessee. Not an easy kick by the looks of it. He's going to put this one up, and it's going to hit off the upright, and they're going to come away with nothing after all of that, and it's still a touchdown lead. And I'm going to come in at the start of this half to see if we can help our guys get a little rhythm on offense. Going to start with a run with Theo Storm, and he's going to get this carry and cut it up the middle and get 8. Little RPO bubble action for Dwayne Mentor. Going to get it out to him, and he's going to get just enough for the 1st down. Looking at Nick Marler on one of these flat plays. Going to get it out to him, get some nice blocking, but he bites off the block after a 7-yard gain. Trying a run with Elijah Addison. He's going to cut it up and get it just close to the 1st down marker. 3rd down and 1, just trying to spread them out a little bit here with a double stack run. Theo Storm going to get the carry. He's going to get enough space, and we're going to get to their side of the 50. Misdirection run here with Theo Storm, and that's going to work out nicely as he's going to get the 1st down off some nice blocks. It's not broken, don't fix it, as we're going to try another run with Elijah Addison. He's going to have the guys sway a little far, and he's going to get 5 yards. Let's see if we can catch him off guard a little bit with a little read option screen for Byron Talib. And he is going to leave him alone, but Byron runs right into a man. We try to get Theo Storm open on this little orbit motion passing play. And we're going to hit him out of the backfield, and Theo Storm is going to have enough room to get into the end zone. Just really outnumbered them there with the concept, and Theo Storm is going to get the big play to tie up this ball game. 3rd down and 4 for the Tennessee Volunteers. Empty formation out here. Dropping back, we're going to send a blitz right up the middle, and it's going to work as Carlos Sexton gets back there for the big sack, and we're going to force them off the field. Byron Talib out to Nick Marler. He's going to cut it upfield, reach for it, and get the 1st down. Byron Talib throwing the RPO slant. It's a broken tackle by Andre Dumukeji, and he's going to get it just outside their red zone on a nice effort from him. Byron Talib is going to get brought down on the sack after we were getting some momentum. Tennessee is going to snuff a little bit of that out on a 5-yard loss on the sack. 3rd down and 15 for the Piranhas. Byron Talib going to drop back, and he's going to rifle one, and he's going to miss an open man, but there was also a defender closing in on him, so it was going to be a contested play. Josh Grudadaria coming out for a field goal attempt. He's going to send this one, and the Peteytown Piranhas are going to take the lead over Tennessee as it's now 13-10. Defenses are trading stops at the moment as we've gotten to just under 11 minutes in the 4th quarter in the action. Throwing outside, he finds an open man in between our defenders to get it to the 40-yard line. Up the middle with the handoff, and he's going to sprint forward to get it past the 50. And we're going to get some pressure on him, and Andre Okoye is going to run him down for our 3rd sack of the game. Andre Okoye making just a huge play. As soon as they get passed into our territory, he knocks them right back over to the other side of the 50. 3rd down and 18 for Tennessee. Got an empty formation look here. And he is going to drop back. We send a blitz. He throws over the middle, and he gets around our defenders, and Andy Wilkins can't bring him down, but Jaden Morrison does. And 3rd and 18, just not the best thing for our Piranhas there, as we sent the blitz aggressively, and when that doesn't get home against a 5-man look like that, it's going to lead to some trouble. Play action, he's rolling out. He's got a wide open man. He's threatening now. He's inside the 10 to the 6-yard line. 3rd down and goal for Tennessee, spreading us out here near the goal line, going with a read option, and nobody is there, and Tennessee is going to get into the end zone, and they're going to take the 17-13 lead. Over the middle, it's going to be caught securely by Dwayne Mentor despite 2 defenders there. Elijah Addison sprinting through. He's got some space to work with. Nice run by Elijah. Incompletion makes it a 2nd down and 10 for the Piranhas. Byron Talib throwing the slant under their zones, and it's going to take 2 guys to bring Nick Rabe down. 3rd down and 2 for the Peteytown Piranhas. Byron Talib is going to come out here looking to throw. He's throwing this one, and it's an open man as Nick Rabe is going to make the catch. Byron dropping back, finding Nick Marler on the crosser, and he's going to get inside the 5 as we hit the 2-minute warning. 1st down and goal from the 2-yard line. Just under the 2-minute warning. Elijah Addison getting the carry, and Elijah Addison cuts it through, and we get the blocking we need to get the huge touchdown for the Peteytown Piranhas. Incredible drive by the boys, and we're going to go back up in this game 20-17. Now the pressure is on Tennessee as they try to put together a drive, and they're going to start with a short completion out to their man who gets out of bounds after 7 yards. Of course, they only need a field goal on this one, with it being a field goal deficit. He's going to dump it short to his man. Zach Fowler gets the hit, but he drags him for the 1st down. Throwing it over the middle, and he's going to have a completion of 6 yards. 3rd down and 4 for Tennessee, spreading us out with 4 receivers. And he's going to look for something, throws it over the middle, and it's going to be jarred loose nicely by Sean Leonhardt, it looks like. 4th down and 4, empty formation for Tennessee. And they are going to send their man in a little motion to the other side. A little hesitation and run over. And he is going to throw it quickly, and it's underneath our guys, and it's going to be the 1st down. New set of downs for Tennessee, sending another motion, and he is going to do a play action, throwing it to his man on the outside, and he has a lot of space there, and now Tennessee is in field goal range. Read option, their quarterback has a lot of space there, and we're going to give up this touchdown to Tennessee. Are you kidding me? Off the read option, we just weren't ready for that in this situation, and I'm doing the surrender Cobra like that fan over there, and just goes back to that 4th down conversion they had, and making it, and then that allowed them to get this drive into the end zone with just 44 seconds left in this game. Over the middle, it's going to be our man for the 1st down, Nick Rabe, and we're going to take our first timeout. Byron Talib over the middle to Elijah Addison for a short gain, and we hustle to the line. We're going to run a play here instead of downing it. Byron Talib is looking. He's got an open man, and it's going to be complete to Nick Marler, and we take our second timeout. Byron Talib throwing underneath their zones, and it's going to be complete, and we take our final timeout. Byron Talib is going to go down on the sack, and that is probably going to be the last play of the game as the time winds down. And the Peteytown Piranhas are going to lose this game in heartbreaking fashion. Both teams coming out with very clutch drives at the end of the game here, but Tennessee has the last laugh as their quarterback gets that read option touchdown. And the Peteytown Piranhas no longer I don't think we control our own destiny. I'll have to look at the conference standings after this one, but that is just a heartbreaker of a game for the Peteytown Piranhas. By the numbers in this game, Tennessee had 395 yards to our 345, and they ran for 60 with 3 rushing touchdowns, while we had 62 for a touchdown. Gave up 335 passing yards in this one, while we had 283. And they were 6 of 12 on third down, while we were 3 for 9. Byron Talib had a solid game in this one with 283 yards, 1 touchdown, and no interceptions, while he was sacked 3 times. Theo Storm had 7 carries for 39 yards, while Elijah Addison had 8 for 38 and a touchdown. Nick Marler led the way in receiving with 11 catches and 90 yards, while Nick Rabe had 5 for 53. And Theo Storm had that 26-yard touchdown reception while I was in the game. A lot of tackles to go around in this game, which usually means your defense was out there quite a lot. And Carlos Sexton led the way with 12 tackles and 3 for a loss, while 10 apiece for Sean Leonhardt, Andy Wilkins, and Zach Fowler. For sacks, Andre Okoye led us with 1.5, while Carlos Sexton had 1, and Charlie Cahill had half a sack. Josh Grudedaria had himself a nice day with 2 field goals made with a long of 44. Some unfortunate recruiting news after that loss. Ty Kendricks decided to go with Georgia, so any glitch or anything that was happened seems to have gone away as he's committed to them, while Don Rich was on that visit, so naturally he locked us out. It also affected Emmanuel Agood as we weren't able to take a lead on Florida State, so that's probably just going to be the writing on the wall for this battle. As you can see with the SEC standings, we no longer control our own destiny. If we beat Texas, that would certainly help our cause, but you still got Tennessee who has the tiebreaker over us in front, so we would really need them to lose another game in their final game to have any chance. And of course, we got to take care of business against Texas, which is no easy feat, as we found out last season. It's now time for that game against Texas to end our regular season. And of course, with the SEC standings in the back of our minds, it's also a rematch of the national championship from last season. So a lot of hoopla and everything to go with this game, but hopefully we can end the regular season strong. On our first possession of the game, our offense hasn't progressed at all, and it's 3rd down and 11. Byron Talib throwing over the middle, and it's going to stick to the hands of Nick Marler for the first down. Byron Talib throwing out to Nick Marler, and he's got a little space to work with, and he's going to get 9 yards. Byron Talib taking this one up the middle, and he's going to slide down for the first down. Again, the first 2 downs don't go well for us as it's 3rd down and 14. Byron Talib throwing to the outside, and it's going to be an open man as Nick Marler is making another catch on this drive. He's going to keep it alive and get us to the 24-yard line. Theo Storm is going to get some space now as our running game has been a little slow to start, but we're going to get a 9-yard gain there. Byron Talib throwing the quick slant, and that's going to be good to get to us to the 5-yard line to Dwayne Mentor. Byron Talib standing tall, and he tried to hit Nick Marler, but there was a Texas defender standing right there. He's going to throw that interception, and Texas is going to avoid giving up any points on the first drive. Bubble screen for Texas to start their game on offense, and it's going to be a first down. Out for a screen. They got the block set up nicely out there, and that's going to be another first down. 3rd down and 3 for Texas. Here you got some guys spread out here. They're going to throw it quickly, and it's behind his man, but he comes back for it and gets the completion to the 50. Play action. He's going to throw this one outside, and it is going to be complete despite some great coverage by Mafu Lee. And it's going to be another pass to the outside, and this is going to get them to the 10-yard line. And a run up the middle is going to be stopped in the backfield by the Piranhas. And we are going to get a sack with Derek Burr as he gets in there and drops him, and that's going to make this a 3rd and goal. That's very difficult for Texas. 3rd and goal from the 17-yard line is Texas, and they are going to drop back and scan the field. He's going to throw it to his man, and he gets in front of Jaden Morrison, and we are going to give up that touchdown on a situation where we just simply can't have that happen, and Texas is going to go up 7-0. It's going to be a bubble for Dwayne Mentor, and he is going to get us the first down. Theo Storm trying to fit through the blocks, and he's going to get 6 yards. 3rd down and 1 for the Peteytown Piranhas. Single back action here. And we are going to hand off to Theo, and he's got the first down pretty easily, and he's going to get into their territory. 3rd down and 4 for the Peteytown Piranhas. Byron Talib throwing it, and Dwayne Mentor comes out of that bunch to get the reception. 3rd down and 4 for the Peteytown Piranhas inside the Texas red zone. Byron Talib going to drop back, and he is going to get pressured, and he is going to get sacked. If only he had a little more time, he could have found Nick Marler going towards the sideline, but just not to be this time, as we're going to have to settle for the field goal. 39-yard field goal attempt for Josh Grudadaria, and he's going to put this one up, and it sails through, so Peteytown Piranhas are going to get on the board after that disappointing first drive and make it a 7-3 game. Over the middle, they got a man wide open in the seam, and he is running away from us. Pat Missouri trying to run him down, and he eventually does, but just a huge gain for the Longhorns as they're going to get into the 7-yard line. Handoff up the middle, and their running back is going to juke into the end zone, and now Texas is up 14-3 on the Peteytown Piranhas. After their touchdown, Texas stops us, and they're back on offense, and we're going to corral their running back for a 2-yard loss. 3rd down and 10 for Texas, and they are going to drop back and throw it to their check down, and he's going to get somewhere, but not where he needs to for the first down. Byron Talib with a quick throw to Nick Marler, and he's going to get the first down. Byron Talib throwing one, and it's Nick Marler again making a catch in this game for the first down. Nick Marler has to turn around for this one, but he gets 9 yards. Byron Talib floats one, and it's going to be Dwayne Mentor running under it to get to the 15-yard line. Byron Talib dropping back, throwing it over the middle. Trevor Rotto making the catch to get it inside the 5, and we take our first timeout. Byron Talib throwing the slant, and it's going to be caught off the RPO for Andre Dimukeji, and the Peteytown Piranhas execute well on that drive before the end of the half to make it a 14-10 ball game. So Texas doesn't do anything with that last drive with limited time, but they're out here trying to make something happen to start the second half as he's rolling around, and he's going to be taken down by Andre Okoye on a big sack. It's going to be a 12-yard loss. 3rd down and 14 for the Longhorns. They're going to drop back, look for something, throws a dart, and he's going to hit his man right by the numbers, get it all the way to the 41-yard line. Play action for Texas. He's going to throw it outside to his man, and we're going to take him down as he pushes through 2 guys to get 9 yards. To the outside on the bubble. That's the good play call from Texas as they get it to our territory at the 42. Throwing it outside. He fits it through our man, and he's going to get to the 27. Run, and it's going to be a big TFL as a bunch of Piranhas get him down. 3rd down and 12 for Texas from the 29-yard line, and they're in an empty formation. Send 4. He throws one, and somehow it gets through our defenders again, and it's going to be inside the 10. Up the middle, their running back had a crease, and we are going to stop him just before he gets in there. Heavy personnel for both teams on 3rd and goal from the 1. Texas is going with a quarterback sneak, and he is going to sneak his way in there as Texas is going to go up 21-10 on the Piranhas, and I'm going to come in and see if I can help out our team. Coming out here looking to just run the ball first with Theo Storm. He's going to get this carry and a nice block out there and a little spin move to get him the first down. Little Y trail action here for the Piranhas. Find Andre DiMukherjee underneath. A nice block out there from Nick Marler to spring him free. Running with Theo Storm here, and we are just going to let him get into the backfield on us. Going to try to get a little lost yardage back on a little slant motion spot play. And instead we're going to get sacked by Texas, as that's going to put us on a 3rd and 20. 3rd down and 20 for Texas. And he's going to get in again, as I just have 0 time in the backfield to do anything. And a nice play in the backfield. Carlos Sexton and Pat Missouri with the tackle for a loss. 2nd and 14 for Texas. They're going to go with a screen pass, and we're going to get over there and cover it very nicely. 3rd down and 13. Going to go with a little mid blitz here against their empty look. And we are going to get in the pressure very well, and Andre Okoye got free to get the sack. We're going to get the stop on Texas. Little RPO read bubble play. And they are going to leave Nick Rabe open over there, and he's going to maneuver around to get the first down. Try to get a pop pass for Nick Marler open here, but they are not going to give it to us. And Theo Storm is going to run around them. He's going to get the block downfield, and Theo Storm is going to get into the end zone. So didn't really need the pop pass to Nick Marler on that one, as Theo Storm takes it, and he's going to get into the end zone. Let's see if a jet touch pass can get Dwayne Mentor into the end zone for a 2-point conversion here, and it'll work to perfection as the Peteytown Piranhas are going to pull within a field goal against Texas. After our touchdown and 2-point, it's 3rd down and 5 for Texas, and they're going to drop back, 4-man rush. Andre Okoye coming around the edge, and he's going to get another sack in this ball game, our 4th of the game, and that's going to force a Texas punt. After our defensive stop, our offense goes 3 and out, so Texas back here on offense. Going with a play action over the middle, and he's going to find his man. Just a lot of traffic and things moving around over there, but he finds him. Play action, Texas throwing over the middle, and he's going to catch it and break some tackles and get it to our side of the 50. Up the middle, he's going to get a nice lane to run through, and Mafuli's got to bring him down. Play action, Texas looking, and he's going to throw, and it is going to be caught. Oh my God, what a catch with Jaden Morrison all over him. Up the middle, they're trying to fight through, and he does fight through, and he's going to get a 9-yard gain. Run again, and he's going to get just enough for the first down. And this time they try that power play, but Zach Fowler makes a play in the backfield. Trying to screen, but their quarterback is hit, and it falls innocently incomplete. Texas forced into a field goal attempt here from the hash mark. He's going to put up the kick, and it is good. So Texas gets the field goal, and that's going to force our offense to have to score a touchdown here with 2:49 left in the ball game. Byron Talib is going to deliver a slant to Dwayne Mentor for 7 yards to get this drive started. 3rd down and 1 for the Peteytown Piranhas as we hit the 2-minute warning. And Byron Talib going to drop back. He's going to throw one, and it is going to be caught by Nick Marler despite the hit. Byron Talib hitting Nick Rabe quickly. He breaks a tackle, and that's going to be a 9-yard gain. Byron Talib hitting Theo Storm out in the flat, and he's going to get dropped for a loss. 3rd down and 3. Byron Talib looking. He's going to try a deep ball here, and it is going to be intercepted by Texas. Just trying to go for too much there, and he is running around us now, and he's juking his way through, and he's inside the 30-yard line. Just not what we needed in that situation from Byron Talib, and Texas is really gonna try to put this one away now as they got it on our 28-yard line. Read option from their quarterback just completely fools us, and he is going to go all the way down to the 13-yard line, and we're going to use a timeout. Texas doesn't need to run another play, and they are going to kneel on this one with only one timeout remaining. The time runs down, and 2 seasons in a row we come to Texas and we lose both times with SEC championship aspirations, and both times they're just flushed down the toilet. Really just, it started last week against Tennessee with that disappointing loss, but this one stings as well, as it's going to be the last game of our regular season, and now things are kind of just in the committee's hands and whether or not we're going to be in the college football playoff this season. But very disappointing end here. For total offense against Texas, we had 311 to their 334, while we had 90 yards rushing and a touchdown to their 7 and 2 touchdowns. Passing is where they really separated from us, as they had 327 to our 221, and we were 5 of 10 on third down to their 6 of 11. Another meaningful stat was the 2 turnovers that we had earlier in the game, with Byron Talib just really squashing a scoring opportunity that we could have used to really help us near the end of the game, then just trying to make a play at the end of the game on a throw that we didn't really need, but just trying to make something happen. Byron Talib on a down day with 221 yards, 1 touchdown, and those 2 picks, and he was sacked 3 times. Theo Storm had a nice day with 16 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown. Nick Marler, our leading receiver, with 12 catches and 100 yards. Dwayne Mentor with 6 for 59. And Andre Dimukeji getting 3 for 18 and that touchdown in the red zone. 9 tackles for Andre Okoye to lead us with 6 tackles for a loss. Andre also led us in sacks with 2.5, while Derek Burr had 1, and Lee Pasagnan had half a sack. And Josh Grudadaria hit his only field goal for 39 yards. After advancing a couple of weeks, we got Will linebacker Dan Gentry to join the Piranhas, and he's a gem, so we'll see what kind of depth trait he has. Following Dan is tight end Devin Eagles, another gem, and he's a 3-star. Looking at our coordinators right now, I'm kind of inclined not to fire any of them. Dowell Loggins would be the one I'm mostly considering to fire, but the main reason I'm not is that Byron Talib, his deal breaker is coach prestige, and we're right above where he needs it to be. And I feel like if we go after somebody in the coaching carousel, they would probably be below what Dowell is right now, and I fear going any lower would risk us losing Byron, so don't really want to go down that path, so I'm just going to keep things status quo for now, unless they leave on their own, which we'll see what happens there. We all knew it was going to be a long shot to get Emmanuel Agut on the team after we lost in his visit week to Tennessee, and that turned out to be true, as Florida State now officially has him. For quarterback Juan Mondo, Michigan has built a heavy lead against us, but we do have him on a hard sell, and I expect this battle to go into the transfer portal period. And at the moment, nobody is challenging us for gem Randy Felton and Cortez LeCount, and another gem in Nick Fry. And Nick Fry has some interesting attributes. He's got 91 speed, 92 acceleration, and 85 change of direction. His break tackle could use some work, but we like that gem that he has. And as for Cortez LeCount, 86 speed, 87 acceleration, and 81 zone coverage, so pretty decent for 3-star. And then for Randy Felton, along the same lines, 86 speed, 88 acceleration, and 79 zone coverage. For Randy and Cortez specifically, I'm bringing them on because for team needs, we need more strong safeties, but looking at the guys left for high school ranks for strong safeties, I'm not very impressed by the options, so just trying to sign these guys, and then we can sort out who goes where as we go. You can see up top that the Peteytown Piranhas are ranked number 12, but when you go over to the college football playoff bracket, you see that we're not there at all, as Tulsa's in there as the number 12 seed, so we're just going to have to see how the conference championship games play out and if we're going to get an invite or be left out of this one. In the SEC Championship, Texas was able to outlast Ole Miss in an incredible shootout, 54-52. After advancing a week, the Peteytown Piranhas are ranked number 11 in the country, and when we go over to the bracket, we are indeed the number 11 seed, so at the current moment, we're slated to play Kansas State. So things are looking up after a week where we were like, are we even going to make it? Looks like the Piranhas are going to find their way in. Meanwhile, in recruiting, Cortez LeCount has committed to the Peteytown Piranhas. Tulane's wide receiver Miles Okwegbunam has won the Heisman Trophy. Carlos Sexton has won the Chuck Bednarik Award for the Peteytown Piranhas, with an award that has really become rather consistent in our lore. Andre Okoye has won the Defensive End of the Year. Carlos Sexton also brings home the Bronco Nagurski Trophy. Nick Marler has won us the John Mackey Award yet again in this dynasty. And Carlos Sexton was awarded with a Dick Butkus Award as well. Andre Okoye is your Lombardi Award winner. And the Peteytown Piranhas will be playing Kansas State in the first round of the college football playoff. We went this far into the season because I was really just unsure with how things were going to break out for the playoff, but now that we know the Peteytown Piranhas are going to be in the playoff, we can end the episode here so that we can set up the next episode with the playoff games, and there we'll also check the early National Signing Day and all that good stuff. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.